Hello and welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa and Dunstan
Sponsored
Hall Garden Centre and Bistro and Estate.
Welcome if you're new here. If you've come back for more again, you like it when I say we're a family. We are a family, aren't we?
I really like that.
Like a little family.
We are. I love that.
Yeah. Where we went this morning, they subscribed to our podcast. In fact, on Spotify, you don't subscribe, you just follow. So if you're listening on Spotify, just start following us and then you'll get a little ping every time we upload a new podcast.
Yeah, it means that you won't miss an episode. Are we going to give the gals a mention?
Yeah.
Or can you not because your husband's
My husband's going,
lovely.
I think.
Got to say hi to Leanne and Roma, the Dermaglow girls. We love them, don't we?
Yeah. So I've got a leaflet, actually. We've just been there. And they do lots of bits and bobs there. I mean, I could... God, if I had a couple...
We could have a field day.
If I had a couple of grand, I'd be in there all the time. I'm looking at the IV drips, though.
Yeah, and I've heard about these. A lot of people rave about them, and they're meant to make you feel amazing, but also make your skin look insane.
Yeah, you can have like age defiance, hair tonic, an energizer IV, vitality booster IV, mood support.
Hello.
Can I have that in me permanently?
Every day of the week.
Loads of things.
How long does it take to have the
I don't know.
IV thing? Last time we went in there, we saw a woman having it.
Yeah.
And that's what spiked our interest, wasn't it?
They do the hay fever relief injection as well. I know we're talking about that.
Yes.
In fact, I wonder if that's where our Kieran went for his, because he went somewhere
might be.
like that, isn't it? Anyway, hello, girls.
Yeah, hello, ladies. We love them. We're going to do some drinks with them soon as well, aren't we?
We are.
We really are.
You know where we're going? We've got to go and do some kind of Christmassy filming. I can't eat the food. Do not let me, because I'm trying to be good. Don't let me eat the food.
Mate, you can't go there and not eat the food because, number one, the chef there, Chef Chris, is incredible and he cooks the best food.
This is the problem.
But also it's Christmas. It's Christmas.
It's not, it's not Christmas.
It's
It's not.
It's Christmas.
It really isn't. I can't eat it,
though,
Becky,
mate.
because I already know it's going to be just Christmas food.
I tell you what I'm looking forward to. Pigs in blankets.
Pigs.
I could eat those so they pop out of my ears. But they have to have crispy bacon around them. I don't like this pink, fatty bacon. You know, it's got to be crispy.
Oh, I love pigs in blankets.
Oh my God, I know.
Do you think he's got his mince pies ready yet? I just can't. Don't let me. You eat it.
All right,
I'll
eat it. Oh, you're such a feeder.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. What were we going to talk about? Oh, right. I need to tell you about something that Lils, my little one, has been doing.
Okay. What's she been doing?
I kind of love it, but it kind of drives me up the wall as well. She's got quite a good little voice on her. You know, I'm thinking I might put her into X Factor.
Yes, but young. Bit young.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think start them. She could be the new Justin Bieber.
Britain's Got Talent, maybe.
Mind you, when you start them young, they always get a bit
look at the state of them, though.
Britney.
You don't want her to be Justin Bieber.
No.
Mate, he's got a
Britney.
wonky face now, hasn't he? What has actually happened to him?
I don't know.
Something happened to him, didn't it? It's not, you don't want her to be young. No. Justin, Britney.
Yeah, who's the one who's just died recently? The
Aaron Carter.
Yes.
It's not good for you.
It F's them up, doesn't it?
It's not good for you.
So no, I will not be
Keep her
pushing
off the
Lily
X
into
Factor.
that. Keep her off that, but she can sing around the house. So what she does is she poodles about the house now, and she'll like be in her room or like, I don't know, go for a wee in the bathroom, whatever. And I just hear yeah. Like she puts on this really like exaggerated American singing voice.
Tell you what really annoys me, not of Lily, older people in general, when they sing and they do that pretend vibrato, it really annoys me.
Always in like, it's kind of like the Mariah thing going up and down.
Your vibrato comes from your stomach, not your throat. I know these things. And I can't stand it when people do pretend vibrato. Also, they put people that put vibrato on whistling.
Oh, what? How do they do that?
I just want to smash their faces in.
How do they do it then?
Just my ex used to do it. Oh, my days.
You're joking.
And actually, my daughter's boyfriend, who is lovely, he started whistling the other day and I heard Grace go, "Oh my God, stop it." And I was like, oh, she's
your daughter, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's a chip off the old
block.
block.
Annoying when you whistle. And I was like, yes, it is.
It is a bit. I always find like it might be a bit of a nervous kind of like filling the gap type
I always
thing,
think, Michael Ball, I always think he pretends to sing.
Which one's he again? The long
Michael
hair?
Ball.
No, Michael Bolton I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Michael Ball. Is it Michael Ball?
Show me a picture of him. I can't think who he is.
He's a very, very famous singer. He's in the West End and stuff, but I just think he pretends. I think Sam Smith is the same.
Yeah, well, some people, they sing how they think you're meant to sing. Oh, him. Oh, he's got longish
I think
hair.
he just pretends. Like,
Yeah.
you can pretend to be an opera singer, can't you?
Yeah.
Everyone can do that.
Well, you say everyone. But it's almost like you do it how you think you're meant to do it.
Yeah.
Lil does do a good rendition, though, of Nicki Minaj's Super Bass. She's like,
Isn't there that girl that did it and she was on Ellen?
that's
Well,
where Lil's
she's now
got it
like
from.
a teenager.
We were obsessed with watching that. Lil's like, let's put. There's two little girls, aren't there?
You know, that was just a home video.
Yeah.
And then they're on Ellen, and then they got their own show on, not Bravo, it's like the kids one in America.
Yeah.
They're like multimillionaires now, those
They're
two
English
kids.
as well, aren't they?
I know.
Yeah, but one of them, because I've watched it so many times with Lil, one of them talks loads and the other one's really
Just
quiet.
stands in the background.
Yeah,
They're both millionaires.
I know she's done all right out of
we
it.
should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just stand in the background. I'm like, oh, bless her.
I know.
Bless her.
I might record her actually.
Yeah, record it.
Yeah, because it is funny. I do it secretly.
So, Dunstan Hall Garden Centre. We went there yesterday, had a lovely little Portuguese tart.
Oh, I forgot to put that on my Insta yesterday.
Love them so much. If you've never had a
tarts?
Portuguese tart before, have one. They are
It's kind of like our
amazing.
thing to have, isn't
Yeah.
it? We always go, oh, shall we have a little Portuguese tart with our cappuccino?
They are delish.
So good. Actually, we went in the bistro, didn't we, yesterday? Had a little coffee and a catch
Sat
up.
by the fire.
Oh, God, it was lovely, wasn't it?
And also a mixture of people in there yesterday. Old, young, middle-aged.
There were a lot
men.
of builder men in there yesterday.
liked it.
Yeah, which picked our interest,
It
didn't it?
did. We've teamed up with them, actually. We're giving away a real Christmas tree. We launched this yesterday. It's over on our Insta, at Laura Summers Lifestyle, at Becky Hayes UK, or Dunstan Hall Garden Centre. So go and follow all three of us.
It's gone wild, hasn't it?
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I would. I'd enter. I'll have a real Christmas tree. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, same. Also, guys, there is a cost of living crisis going on, so get a free Christmas tree.
Yeah, maybe you've got an old artificial one and this year you're thinking, Joe, I'm going to get a real one.
Yeah.
Enter.
And what were you saying about it? It's one with pine needles, don't
Low
drop.
needle drop, which means, you don't have to vacuum clean a lot. The needles stay on the tree, smells delicious, looks great.
What's not
you
to
can
love?
collect it in December whenever you want.
Yeah.
Bish, bosh, bash.
Yeah, go over to our Instagram at Laura Summers Lifestyle at Becky Hayes UK and do Dunstan's. They've got 3, but you'll find them on there.
Yeah,
Look
you'll
at
find
theirs
it.
as well.
Right, I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Olivia Atwood's already left. Gutted about that. I think she would have been great.
Why has she left? It hasn't been revealed. It's
No.
medical reasons, but we don't know the reason why. Well, you just said to me earlier, you went, do you think she's pregnant?
Yeah, it says pending. She needs further investigation. So I hope she's all right. I mean,
Oh, she's right.
Christ.
She was going to be great.
Oh.
We were fangirling over her, weren't
Yeah.
we? Loved her outfit when she first went in the kind of
Yeah.
like the khaki combat trousers, but with
Yeah.
heels and a shirt. She looked banging.
She looked great, actually. It just, lips are slightly too big for my liking. She's ruined her face
Yeah.
a little bit, but I've always liked her. I think she's really funny. So front runners so far for me, Chris Moyles, which I am a fan of him.
I have only seen some of the first one. I haven't caught up properly. I thought he was slightly odd on the first.
Yeah,
Is he come out of his
think
shell a
that-
bit more?
Oh, yesterday he was like, yeah, that's how I expect Chris Moyles to be. He's on a wind up and it's very funny.
Well, you know how we were talking on yesterday's podcast about radio presenters
Yes.
and what a weird breed. We
Yes.
can say this because we are radio presenters,
Yeah.
or were, not anymore. Yeah, those days are gone.
Bye.
But
See ya.
see you, suckers. But God, do you think we'll have radio presenters listening to this?
They hate us anyway. Who
Oh
cares?
God, listen to those two. They're so unslick.
Yeah, I don't think they are in a
God.
podcast.
Yeah, I'll have you talking up to the little jingles that they do. Could be slicker. Hi, guys.
Hiya. Hope you're okay.
Yeah, thanks for listening. So Chris Moyles is a radio presenter and he's quite a radio geek because he's been in radio for years and years. And we were kind of saying that when he first went in, he was kind of a bit radio presenter-y, a bit
Didn't know what to
odd.
do.
And a bit kind of trying to be on the radio still.
He just needs to properly be himself. And I think he was very, very funny. Boy George, I called this. he is going to kick off. He does not like anyone telling him what to do. He's already, but he meditates, but he does the hung ding ding dang ding dang dang ding dang ding dang dang dang. Yeah, it's fascinating to watch, but he is going to struggle.
I do like somebody who kicks off. You've got to have somebody in there who like
him and Matt
it.
Hancock. Get Matt Hancock in there.
He goes in today.
Yeah,
he's going in today. This is so exciting.
No, that's why I wish Olivia Attwood was still in there, because I just think she'd have just gone in on him.
I reckon she would have mentioned about his affair that he had. I reckon she'd have brought it up.
Oh God, I can't wait. So if he goes in today, maybe it'll be on telly tomorrow, won't it? I would have thought. But yeah, I am an Ant and Dec. I mean, I obviously know them.
You're pals with them.
I have to say though, I did a little like, Ant and Dec on TV, here's a picture of me. Lots of people were like, what? Yeah, because obviously new people listening to our podcast
new
have
followers.
No clue.
Oh God, Laura's going to have to tell the story.
Yeah, I won't do it today, but I will tell the story because, to be fair though,
it's a good story.
Fuck off, everyone. It's a great story. Like people are like, oh, not again. Yeah, again. Were you on Ant Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway? No, you weren't.
Well, you sat there on the sofa.
Yeah. Did you cuddle Deck with an inch from like?
Did you cuddle him?
Did I cuddle him? Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, practically nearly made a baby. Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa. We're going there Friday. We keep going on about it. I can't wait. I need it.
I need it. Do you know what? A friend of mine was telling me actually, she was like, oh God, I really need a spa day. I feel like a lot of people need it at the moment because it's that time of year. We're all knackered, aren't we? We're all knackered. We're stressed. There's a lot going on. You need a spa break.
What treatment are you thinking of? Are you thinking face or feet or full
feet?
Body? Yeah. Pedicure, mate.
Do you know how you like people fiddling with you? I quite like people fiddling with my feet. I love people doing things to my feet. FYI, feet fans out there. I love people doing things to my feet.
Don't you start on that. My husband fiddles with my feet constantly. And then he's like, will you give me a foot tickle? I'm like, no.
Oh no, men's feet are disgusting.
I know, yeah. I'm just trying to, Becky, what was it called again?
I might go for like a kind of like top half massage.
Okay, I'm not
it ain't that kind of establishment.
So you want your boobs massaging?
Oh, if that was
no, don't be daft.
No, what I would probably go for is like a sort of shouldery head massage type. Oh, mate, I don't know.
I think I'm going to go. Oh, it's the orchid. Hang on, 25-minute treatment of your choice.
We do actually need to decide, don't we?
Yeah, it doesn't have the list on here. I need to find it. I'm going to go facial. Fuck it.
Yeah, I might actually.
Just swore. Sorry, Ringwood Hall.
Sorry. They're going to be livid.
Sorry, Ringwood Hall. But it is great.
Have a look at their treatments
It's
online.
effing great in there. You can find them Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa.
Oh, God. Mate. I mean, I feel like we've had a few unofficial mates today.
Right, mate. So we do this funny story?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so...
I actually don't know this.
This
you
is
know
really
it.
good.
I don't know
it. So Leah has messaged in with a very funny story. It's about poo. Okay, so just forewarning you, I love stories about poo. They're like my favourite stories.
Don't you?
I once went on a girly night with my mates. This was years ago. And I kid you not... We had funny poo stories for hours and we were crying.
See, I don't mind the odd poo story, but then it like makes me go a bit, ooh.
Well, it all stemmed from that poo story of that woman that went on that date. That poo wouldn't
the famous
flush.
story.
And she threw it out the window, but it got stuck. I mean,
oh my God, I've just remembered the poo story about your friend that you told me. I'm not going to name who it is, obviously. Do you remember you told me one day that awful poo story?
Which one?
From that night, I think.
Remind me.
Pulling, that one.
Pulling.
Constipated.
Oh, yeah, that's not even funny though.
It's bad.
That is terrible.
Yeah, that traumatised me a bit.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so thank you to Leah for sending this in. So she actually hadn't heard my poo story at Queen. She hadn't heard it.
That's why she sent this in.
Yeah. So she has put, listen to our death podcast. Okay. So
that made her think about poo?
Yeah, literally. So she put, my lovely grandpa who lived in Newcastle took ill quite quickly. My mum and I at the time were living in Leicester, so we had to drive the 3 hours to get there to make sure we were by his side. They're Jewish. She said Jewish funerals are quite different as you have to bury ferry people within 24 hours.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So she said, we got there, held his hand, and he passed away very peacefully. We knew then that the funeral would be the next day and we could say our goodbyes properly. On that night, the whole family was with my grandma for the evening, which included a nice meal and all of us talking about the memories of my grandpa. We were talking about travelling because my grandparents were lucky to not only travel a lot in their retirement, they spent 10 years living in Florida. So Leah decided that night would be a good time to tell her grandma a story that she'd never told her. That on my return journey from a trip to see her and grandpa in Florida, I got food poisoning, which doesn't sound too bad, but unfortunately bad turbulence and food poisoning do not mix. Okay.
God.
She said, I explained that I had felt a bit windy on the first flight from Florida to Canada and I was getting a really gurgly tummy in Canada airport. By the time I got on the 9-hour flight home, I was starting to get a little sweaty.
Oh no.
Not deterred, I decided to let a little wind out. I'd never see anyone again, so I just decided to allow a little Trump to slip past. I was 17 and I learned the first rule of thumb, never trust a fart. I realised quite quickly I needed the toilet, but the seatbelt sign came on and the turbulence was really bad. So much so the air stewards were all in their belts. For 10 minutes I was trapped in my little mess. Luckily, it wasn't too bad, but I started to feel really awful. The turbulence stopped and we were able once again to leave our seats. I went running to the toilet, but it was occupied with a small child waiting next. However, I couldn't wait. As soon as the door opened, I pushed the child aside, ran in the loo, but it was too late. I just shut the door, put the lock on, and I threw up everywhere. The toilets are tiny as well, she said. I realised I'd have to clean up. So I'm wiping everything down as best I can and realise it's not just up, but down as well. So I whip off my jeans and pants, sit on the loo and proceed to be ill. Thank goodness for the teeny bathrooms on planes so I could just throw up in the sink and be on the toilet at the same time.
Yeah, because you can reach the sink.
After what felt like days, but I think it was just 10 minutes, it all calmed down. Had to throw away my underwear and clean the whole toilet. Finally, I emerged, pale and sweaty, and returned to my seat. I was a mess. I felt awful. And this was almost at the start of a 9-hour flight. So this is a nightmare.
F that.
At this point, I knew I was in a bit of trouble, so I put my headphones in and I put a little screen on to watch a film to get me through the next 8 hours. Unfortunately for me, the only film that was playing on my small screen was The Sound of Music. All the others were not working. She put, "The Hills Are Alive," she sang, and I thought, they are, but not with the sound of fucking music. Dinner came round, I refused it. I was given water and a wet towel. I genuinely felt like death, and 3,000 feet in the air was just the worst place for it. At the time, I just felt so sorry for myself, but it hadn't occurred to me that the other passengers were also subjected to this torture as I continuously ran to the loo and emerged like a zombie.
God.
Finally, though, after the third time listening to So Long Farewell, we were coming into land. Thank God the ordeal would end. We landed in Heathrow at a gate which could only be described as the end of the earth, as it took me an hour to get to the baggage claim. Although that could be because I had to stop at every loo on the way to be sick. When I got to baggage claim, my little suitcase was on its own going round and round on the travelator. I grabbed it, ran to the closest loo, changed into clean clothes and threw all mine away in the little bin next to the loo, which didn't quite fit in, but I didn't care. I felt a little more human and arrived at the nothing to declare / something to declare exits and had a small dilemma in my head about having shit myself being something I might have to declare, and then remembering it wasn't your deepest, darkest secrets they wanted, just whether you had restricted goods in your luggage. At this point in the story, it's probably useful to note that this was in 1998. I didn't have my mobile phone as it cost a fortune to call outside of the UK, so I had left it at home. My mum was picking me up and I was to meet her at the car park at the airport. However, suddenly there was an alarm and everything shut down in the airport. No one could get in or out. I had no way of contacting my mum and I felt terrible. After the food poisoning ordeal, I was desperate to get out to her and explain what was going on. So I asked a young woman to use her phone to call my mum. Bear in mind, I was still so pale. I must have looked like I was taking crack. Terrified, this woman handed me her phone. I called my mum, explained how ill I was and that the airport was shut. We managed to work out where she would park so I could meet her. Gratefully, I passed the phone back to the woman who seemed relieved I was telling the truth. I decided to ask what had happened and why the airport had shut. It turned out there had been a bomb scare and they couldn't let anyone in or out till it was sorted. So recall that she'd left her gross clothes in the small bin in the ladies' loos. Someone had reported it as a mysterious package. It was my shitty, sweaty, gross clothes.
Oh my God, you couldn't make it up.
Oh my God, but eventually everything was opened and I was able to find my mum and the ordeal was more or less over. So I relayed this story to my grandma and she was in hysterics. I had actually never ever seen my grandma laugh like that before. I made her laugh on the night that her husband of 60 years had passed away, the day before he was buried. How funny is that story?
I mean, literally, what a calamity of events. You could not make that up.
I mean, that is my worst nightmare, being on an aeroplane with the seatbelt sign on, but you need a poo.
Yeah, and you can't go to the loo. Because what are you meant to do?
You can't do anything, can you?
No, that is horrendous. I've actually got a plane story. I'm not going to tell it today. I'm going to tell it another time. But it's just reminded me.
I think a lot of people have poo plane stories.
Mine isn't actually a poo plane story, but it's a plane story. And it's, I was thinking of it then as you were reading that out.
Yeah, I'm loving these. So Leah, thank you so much. I love that. I even love the way she's relayed the story.
She's written it really well. I was thinking that.
Yeah, so if you have got any stories, don't have to be about poo.
No, I mean,
they can be.
Laura quite likes it if they're about poo.
I do. I think everyone's got a really good poo story.
We're going to be inundated now. Our inbox is going to be like ping, 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 ping with like poo story.
Let us know. It's thelauraandbeckyshow@gmail.com or you can DM us on our Instagram.
Yeah, we love hearing from you. And Leah, thank you so much for being so honest as well. I love a bit of honesty.
Yeah, we're going to meet Leah soon, actually. I can't wait to meet her. So please now, though, send in your poo stories. That's what I'm going to say. Right, we need to go film Christmas stuff. I'm not eating Christmas food.
I'm going to tell you now that Laura will pop a pig in blanket in her mouth at some point.